So it's Friday afternoon, it's 4:20 to be precise, and busy day today. So this morning, after going to the post office and dropping off a load of website orders, including a few orders that included those, Queen and I went straight back over to the DIY store in Doncaster, B&Q, because I needed to get the wood for my shelves. If you remember last week, I put some shelving brackets up and I'd forgotten to get the wood. But now, let's just, oh, there we go. Ta-da! I've got the wood. So while I was looking for the wood, we found some pre-cut. Let me just fiddle with this for a second. So we found some pre-cut wood where I could get 2 shelves out, and it was £17 a sheet. And then Ian was looking at some of the larger boarding that you use for like loft conversions and flooring out bathrooms and that kind of thing, and found the same material in a larger sheet, and it worked out half the price. So we just got them to cut one of the bigger sheets down. So I've got 4 shelves instead of 3. But there's also enough material left over to create 4 smaller shelves of 1 metre at 100 centimetres as well. So Ian's claimed those. So on all 4, £24 as opposed to 40 odd. So a bit of a bargain. So we'll pop those in the car, having waited around for the guy to come and use his big machine to cut the wood down to the right size and dimensions that we wanted. And then I've just popped them up. So we did stop off for lunch on the way back. Nothing extravagant, just a quick lunch. And then got back around about 1:30. So Mum and Dad had already had their lunch. So yeah, so since then we've just been busy. I've been trying to sort out stuff in here. Also, I've had a delivery as well. Now, a while ago, when we lived in Barnsley, I used to burn incense sticks in my office. Ian didn't like it, so I stopped doing it. Now I've got my own place. I've bought a load more. So I've got Dragon's Blood, which I like, Nag Champa, which I really like, Palo Santo, lovely, and of course White Musk. But I also bought some of they're the cones, but I also bought some of the really long incense sticks as well. These ones. I also bought sandalwood in those as well because they're just yummy, absolutely yummy. So I've been trying to design a box that I can light and then just incense burner. I nearly said incest burner. Incense burner box. So you literally pop the lid on and then all the smoke just comes out the holes at the top. Unfortunately, I made the lid too small, so I've got to redo that. It's never simple. It's never simple, is it? So I'm out early this morning, Saturday. I'm going down to the Methodist Church to meet Finn a Bear. Yes, of Prima Art Alchemy fame. She's doing a class here in Retford with Indigo Blue this weekend, and I've done some badges for the class participants. So I'm just dropping them off, and hopefully she'll be here to say hello to. So the hallway decorations continue. We now have dado rail all the way down to the bathroom and then under the stairs. So that's one step done and dusted. So we've just changed the bedding and literally not 30 seconds have passed
since we have a friend on there.
And look who's here already. Straight up, straight on, first in, first served. Can you believe it? Mr. Nippy. First in. So I've got rid of the fuzz. It was starting to get on my nerves. So you may remember a couple of weeks ago that while I was taking the car in for its service and its MOT, its road safety worthiness test, I accidentally popped 2 of my ribs on this side here. And it was very painful, very, very painful. In the weeks since then, the pain has gradually kind of subsided and has faded away and doesn't hurt anymore. But yesterday, when we were doing the trim in the hallway, I had to lean over the banister, and then I felt all on this side go, just here. So I've popped the other side now. So the pain's back, but just on the other side now. And I keep grabbing this side instead of that side now. And Mum said, I thought your ribs were on the other side. They were, Mum, but I've done this one. She just shook her head, as you do. So yes, it only hurts when I laugh. It's me, I'm back again. So I've started having a tidy up, as you can see. Lots of space on the old bookshelves there. I've managed to sort things out and transfer them over onto the new shelves over at this side now. So what I'm trying to do is at this side of the room, it's all materials for creativity and creating artworks. So all my resources and materials at this side. All this side I want to do so it's stock, so it's stuff for the website. So all my stamps, which are all piled up just here at the moment, I want to transfer all those and sort all those out so that I've got paper pads all the way along there, of which there are quite a few new designs that I've already done and ready to come out later in the year. Some really nice kind of like Baroque style faded glory kind of ones. Some nice florals too, but more on that in the next few months. So I've already worked on quite a few different paper pads and stuff. But anyway, so I want to try and get all this lot sorted out. So I've got all the resources, all that kind of stuff, all at this side of the room, and everything I need to work and film at this side of the room. So yeah, it's been one of those weeks this week where we've had that much going on, a lot of stuff doing. Obviously, decorations to the hallway have ground to a little bit of a halt, mainly because my rib still really hurts and I can't bend, or I find it really difficult just laying on it. I think actually this is a bit worse than the one at the other side. But I'm not safe to be let out anywhere. But considering it was done whilst we were actually putting the trim up around the opening of the staircase, so just want to leave it for a little while. We've done enough to be able to do painting, so we'll be able to do the ceiling, and at least we've got the dado rail up so that we can do all the painting at the bottom part of the wall. And we have got the wallpaper, so we can do that too. We could always just leave that last bit of trim for the next week or two before, because it's on the stairs and we're not tackling the stairs properly just yet. So we can get all that done and get all that sorted. We can start painting and decorating without having to touch the rest of the stairs, and hopefully we'll be able to do it without me injuring myself again. But like I said earlier, not safe to be let out at the moment.
If you remember when we moved in, all this was overgrown and we had a camellia stuck underneath, but look at that now. It's actually, we had to cut one down because it was all overgrown. But look at the buds on there. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. They've all got little white flecks on them as well. I've not seen that before. just waiting to burst in the lovely sunshine. But good news is the one we had to cut down is coming back. So give it a year or two and that will be as good as, well, I think that's been there quite a long time. But yeah, looks really nice. And as I said, the flowers, as you've seen, are speckled as well. Of course, we've still got the little beautiful snowdrops. Didn't plant those, so thank you very much to the previous owner. Hi everyone, Ian here. I've just had an appointment for the hospital, not until May. So I'm taking that as being read that the cancer's all gone and I had the good type, if there is a good type, and it's all gone and it's not malignant is the bad one, I think, isn't it? Benign's the one that you get rid of. Yeah. So it's probably benign. So I'm taking as read that that's what it is. Decided to decorate the hall, as you've seen last week. Bit of a mistake. I've pulled my stomach and it feels like I've been kicked. Should really have listened, but you know, I feel better. My scars have healed up, all my stitches have gone, all healed up on the outside. Maybe the inside's not quite ready, so I'm going to have to leave that for a little while. So yeah, so good news on that front. Also, you know how I spend my life wandering around trying to find new light up things for my friends and customers to purchase. Well, I've come across the most bizarre items, and it's these. They are jelly-like, but there's no heat with them. But aren't they funky? So, you know, for Halloween, I can see them being brilliant, but for the steampunk guys, putting goggles, etc. And I found two kinds, blue and green. So yeah, you can either have them both onto the battery, or you just take one off and plug one into the battery. But aren't they funky? They're incredibly bright as well, because it's quite a bright day today. But when you take them outside, they glow even more. I think that you could stick those around the bottom of a dress, like a 1920s dress. Be a lot of batteries though, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm really pleased with those. So I'm going to be launching those in a couple of weeks' time. Just so busy at the moment trying to sort out. And we're going to London next week. So Mike will probably tell you more about that when it happens. So I'll see you all later. Adios. Bye for now.
So, this morning we went down to the opticians and we both had our eyes tested. It's been a couple of years since our last eye tests, and as we suspected, my eyesight has changed. I'm okay on close up. It's just distance where it's altered, but it means new glasses. So we've gone darker again. So the new frames that I've picked are darker frames like I used to have. Also Ian's had his done as well, because he hasn't had his size tested in at least 6 years. I think he had them done when we moved into the house in Barnsley, which was almost 7 years ago now. So yes, he hasn't had them done since. So he's going to be having new glasses too. Come on in, you're all right. So we're just discussing new glasses.
Spectacles.
New spectacles.
Oh yes, we've both got new spectacles coming.
Yes, so they'll be, what, fortnight?
Yes, mine make me look 20 years younger. I'd pass for what?
40?
30? 40? That's probably right, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so we've had our eyes tested.
So yes, we had that done. Not cheap, cheap, but 4 pairs. You've got 2 and I've got 2. I've got a special pair just for working now at the computer, because apparently the very focal bit for reading is at the bottom part, whereas my computer screen is higher up. So actually it needs to be up here. So even though I've got varifocals, I'm going to be having special work glasses just for wearing while I'm in the office. So I'm probably going to be keeping those in here.
And I've got 2 pairs. I've got 1 pair for seeing and 1 pair of listening to the radio.
Listening ears.
Listening
glasses.
Yeah. Television glasses.
Television
glasses. I've got 2 pairs. Good job I do have 2 pairs, because I don't really remember when I went to the asylum Steampunk Festival in August. I was cleaning my glasses just before I left and I sat them in half.
Glasses?
Glasses.
We suddenly got posh.
Yes, glasses. Glasses. Spectacles. So I had a spare pair. So
Eyeglasses.
So I've got 2 pairs. So one of very thin wire frames
And a spare.
and a spare pair.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case. So also, I think you mentioned London.
Yes.
On a previous piece of vlog
We
footage.
did. We're going to London on
We
next
are.
week.
We are going on
Next
the
Thursday.
5th of March, I think it is.
Week today.
It is a week today. So yes, Leslie's coming up on Wednesday night
To babysit.
to babysit the boys and obviously look after the Crinkleys. And we're buggering off down to London on the train again, so that's going to be a nice one. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to the Science Museum.
We are.
And going to stuff our faces with lots of lovely food.
We are. We'll have a
And
lovely time.
yeah, so we'll keep the cameras rolling on that one too. So I'm gonna
Gotta get up now and eat some.
Oh, I know, poor old bugger. So yeah, it's been a fairly busy-ish week, although nothing much has happened that much, has it?
No.
We've had
What's he doing?
yeah, like I said, we've had to stop doing the decoration of the hallway because of my my new popped rib,
And my
and obviously because Ian's
over stomach.
yeah, he pulled his stomach as well. So we've had to stop that, but we've still done lots of like running around, haven't we, this
Yes,
week?
yeah.
Back and forwards to the hardware store and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
getting shelving and sorting stuff out in here. I haven't had a chance to do my art tag for February
Well, I'm
yet.
going now, then you can get started.
And also my circle journal for February. My song lyric. So, was it finished? Rattling that door. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get that done. So the tag will go on Friday, and hopefully I can get the circle journal for Saturday. So there'll be 2 videos or 3 videos because of the vlog on Thursday. So there'll be one every night for the next 3 nights coming. So yeah, you'll be sick of the sight of me, won't you? I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.